Okay, this is where things start to get a little bit dicey because I know what you're thinking. What would Ziggy do? Hey everybody, today we're going to be going to the grocery store and we're going to be shopping for groceries. And what I've realized at the grocery store is that most guys don't know how to read a food label or how to buy quality foods. So today we're going to be learning the difference between nutritionally dense foods, highly processed foods, how much sugar is acceptable in your diet every day, what your favorite foods, how much sugar is in your favorite foods. So let's just start off by saying the World Health Organization has a limit of 30 grams of sugar per day per adult. If you consume that amount or less, it's safe for you. So today we're going to find out where all the hidden sugars are in your foods that you normally buy and eat. And hopefully this will help you out at the grocery store when you're buying for your food for yourself. Yeah, broccoli and avocados and peppers, they all have very, very few amounts of sugar in them, and if they do, they come with dietary fiber, and if they come with dietary fiber, then that's something you don't have to worry about. Okay, one of my favorite things is Popeye spinach, and we're going to read the food label here, and the food label says that there are 0 grams of sugar, so that's a good thing. Okay, we got bananas, but bananas don't come with a dietary food label. They do have quite a bit of sugar in them, but they also have dietary fiber, so that's going to digest slowly in our system, and that's going to be okay. Again, okay, we've got some tomatoes here, and again, no food label because these are nutritionally dense foods that come in their own packaging, so no sugar to worry about here other than what's in the food itself naturally. Another common product is lunch meat. Now, lunch meat has 1 gram of sugar per 3 slices, so low on the sugar side but high on the sodium side, so something you might want to consider if you have to watch sodium in your diet. The oven roasted turkey, a little different from the cooked turkey. It has 0 grams of sugar in it, but again, processed food, so be very careful. Bread, right? I mean, we all love bread, so what do we got here? The white bread that people seem to love the most, it has 2 grams of sugar per 2 slices of bread, so that is, for a sandwich, that's going to be 4 grams of sugar. How you doing this morning?
Good, how are you?
Good. So what we've been seeing so far are in the produce section and in the baked goods section, you're not seeing a ton of sugar in the food that you're eating, or at least if you are seeing it, it's got dietary fiber with it. But now what we're going to get into is the middle aisles of the store where you're going to start to see a lot more processed foods. Now, in the meat aisles as well, those areas of the store typically don't have nutrition labels as well because those nutritional products or those foods are nutritionally dense, and unless they're highly processed, they're not going to have a food label with it as well. So let's get into some of the more packaged foods here. So one of my favorite foods is yogurt, and in this case we're going to be getting some skyr yogurt today. It's a Greek yogurt, and it has a little more sugar in it. It has 7 grams of sugar for half a cup. So this is where you're going to start to have to look out and pay attention to the food you're eating, because the sugar is going to be hidden in a lot of these foods. It's going to be a little higher than you might expect. And again, if we're working with 30 grams a day, that can be problematic if you start adding these foods up. So orange juice is one where I used to get into a lot of trouble with, and that's one where you're going to want to really start paying attention to the food label, because for 1 cup of orange juice, you're looking at approximately 24 grams of sugar per cup. Now, the difference between dietary fiber and processed foods, highly processed foods like this is, even though this is 100% pure orange juice and no sugar added, it does have its natural sugar without the dietary fiber. So for example, if you're going to have 4 medium oranges, like whole oranges, that is essentially the amount of oranges it takes to make 1 cup of processed orange juice. So not many people sit down and eat 4 whole oranges because it's got all that dietary fiber, but boy, it's sure easy to consume all of that liquid sugar just in a couple, regular glass of orange juice. So yeah, you're going to want to pay attention now to the things you're drinking primarily, because that's where the devils are, the sugars being hidden. Yep, so when it comes to waffles, I got a box of Eggo waffles here. Everybody loves Eggo waffles. And where's our nutrition label? So on the nutrition label, it's going to tell you here that for 2 waffles, you've got 5 grams of sugar. So again, okay, so maybe you don't like to cook and you're buying, pre-prepared meals. So have a look at the nutritional ingredients on the back of this pad thai, and you'll see that there are 13 grams of sugar per container. So again, on the high side, but if you're managing your sugar throughout the day and you know what else you're eating, it may not be a bad choice, but if you're already consuming a ton of sugar, this just adds to the pile. So lots of times we'll buy frozen broccoli when it's cheaper than buying it fresh. We roast it in the oven, which is a great way to eat it without it getting all mushy. But this is processed because it's been manipulated. And because it's been processed, it has to have a nutritional label, and the nutritional label says there's 1 gram of sugar for half a cup of broccoli. So again, I'm not worried about that because it comes with all of its dietary fiber. Okay, another quick one. Everybody loves a pizza. So what's your favorite frozen pizza? In this case, the Giuseppe pizza here. For a third of a pizza, there are 4 grams of sugar. So essentially, there's going to be 12 grams of sugar if you sit down and eat that whole thing. Okay, this is where things start to get a little bit dicey, because for having some syrup on your pancakes or your waffles, you're basically looking at 4 tablespoons, which is pretty much what most people would normally put on some pancakes. You're looking at a whopping number here of 53 grams of sugar. So yeah, not cool. Everybody loves ice cream, right? I know I do, but what are you getting when you get ice cream? Well, for 3/4 of a cup of ice cream, for vanilla ice cream, you're getting 19 grams of sugar. So again, be very careful about how much you're going to eat. Okay, we're in the cereal aisle now, and there's all kinds of what look like our healthy choices, but let's just start with the Quaker Oats with maple and brown sugar, the instant packages. So for 1 packet, we're looking here at 13 grams of sugar. So remember, if your goal is to get 30 grams of sugar a day or less, not looking too healthy for you. So here's another fun one. We all think that because something's got almonds in it or nuts in it, or it's some sort of a crunch, it's supposed to be good for you. But when you look at this particular product, for 1 cup, you have 21 grams of sugar. So if you poured a normal bowl, I would imagine it's about 2 cups of cereal, you're getting about 42 grams of sugar. So you're getting the idea here, I think. And when you go through the cereal aisle, this is all packaged to attract you, to make you think you're eating good things. And I encourage you really, like, here's sugar-wise, 3 grams of sugar, right? Well, here's the best choice. This is what I always buy, the shredded wheat with bran. For 1 cup of cereal, there is 0 grams of sugar, which is what I'm looking for, because I can add in some fruit into this with its natural dietary fiber, and it's fantastic. So if you're looking for a good choice, shredded wheat with bran might be what you might be looking for. Okay, who doesn't like a good cup of cappuccino in the morning? But if you're going to be buying the processed stuff like this, when you look at 1 cup, you're getting approximately 6 grams of sugar. Now this is what I have at home. I've got an espresso machine and I buy Lavazza coffee, and when I look at the nutritional label for 1 capsule of Lavazza coffee, we have no sugar listed on the ingredient label, which tells me that there is no sugar in this product. Applesauce, right? Like, who doesn't love applesauce? But unfortunately, there is, in 1 container of applesauce here, it looks like we've got 22 grams of sugar. I forgot my glasses at home, so the nutritional labels are exceptionally hard to read when you don't have your glasses on, and maybe that's part of the marketing behind it as well. But we're going to keep forcing our way through here, and hopefully my eyes will hold up to be able to get through the rest of this tour. All right, granola bars, we're all told. Granola bars are great. So how much sugar is in a granola bar? Well, in this particular box here, we've got 12 grams of sugar per bar. Again, very high. Okay, peanut butter is another one that we all go for. There's 1 gram of sugar per tablespoon of Jif peanut butter. I tend to go with the all-natural stuff with the sea salt, because I actually let's look at the all-natural without the sea salt and see what we've got here. And it looks like for 1 tablespoon we have 1 gram of sugar as well. So even the all-natural stuff Just keep an eye on, I don't know which brand of peanut butter you might buy, but keep an eye on the ingredient label to see how much sugar you're getting per. Okay, going down the baked goods aisle, and I think there's some things that are just self-explanatory that have a ton of sugar. And here's the funny thing about cake. You know, I always say you can have your birthday cake, just don't eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day and you'll be okay. Okay, what about crackers? Well, Triscuits, you can get what looks like 3 grams of sugar for 6 crackers. Here's one of our household favorites for crackers, the multigrain pita chip crackers, and you get approximately 1 gram of sugar for 11 crackers. Okay, another household staple for me is Premium Plus crackers. I like to have those in the wintertime, especially when we're making soup. And you can see here that there are 0 grams of sugar for 6 crackers. So we're in good shape here. Although they are highly processed, there's 80 calories for 6 crackers. So you can add up the calories quickly here too as well. So another staple are canned soups. So let's look at this vegetable soup here. Looks like a healthy product. For half a cup of this soup, you are looking at 5 grams of sugar. So again, you're going to want to be really careful about how much sodium and sugar you're taking in, and the canned soup options are okay occasionally, but I tend to go with the chicken broth over here, and with the chicken broth or beef broth, I make my own soup, use my own vegetables, make it really, really super laden with vegetables, and let's just see what the nutrition label says here. For 1 cup of chicken broth, there is 1 gram of sugar, so you're going to get a lot more quality calories buying that and making your own vegetable soup than you are buying a tin of vegetable soup, and you get a lot more for your money. Okay, a lot of people don't make their own spaghetti sauce, so if you're buying canned stuff, just take an example here, the Primo spaghetti sauce, and for 1/4 cup you're getting what looks like here 3 grams of sugar. So there's 680 milliliters in this tin. That looks like more than 1/4 cup. So I'm going to guess, and I don't know my conversions, but I'm going to guess this is probably going to get you, if you had half of this, you're probably looking at about 12 grams of sugar. Okay, you might be buying some no-name pasta these days because the cost of groceries is going through the roof. So for regular pasta, you are looking at 1 cup, approximately 2 grams of sugar. Now, I don't know if that actually is dry. I would imagine it's dry, so not a ton of sugar in pasta, this basic pasta, but again, lots of calories here if I come back. For, again, 1 cup, there's 310 calories. So if you're trying to work with a diet of 2,000 calories or less a day, you really got to be careful because the calories do add up. And I haven't even talked about calories in this video, but maybe that can be the next video. Okay, another family favorite is beans. So let's look at canned beans. And for half a cup of canned beans, we are looking at 6 grams of sugar. So half a cup, I would imagine there's at least a full cup. And I think 240 grams is a full cup. So we've got more. Let's call this a cup and a half. So yeah, you're looking at, my eyes are failing me, you're looking at about 18 grams of sugar in that tin. Okay, then we got things like Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now there is no sugar listed in this product. However, there are artificial sweeteners, and that's something that you just might want to pay attention to see what you're comfortable consuming. Okay, so when you get into regular cans of soda, this is where the real evils lie here, and this is what we give our kids all the time. I grew up drinking this stuff. For one 335 or 355 milliliter can of Pepsi, for example, you're looking at 41 grams of sugar, which is 11 grams over your daily sugar allowance. Pretty much everything down this aisle is going to be very offensive when it comes to the amount of sugar in this product. I know we buy the diet tonic, so let's just see what's in the diet tonic here. We have this on hand in case we're making gin and tonics when company comes over, and when it comes to sugar, there is no sugar in this product. That's why we buy the diet tonic. But if we go to regular tonic water, and diet tonic water, here we go. Here's some regular tonic water. Of course, the label's hidden somewhere. There it is. And for here, well, you might as well be having a can of pop because there's 34 grams of sugar in a tin of tonic water. But if you get the diet stuff, there is no sugar in that, but who knows what they are sweetening it with. So you might be saying, hey Dave, what the heck do you drink? Well, I drink a lot of this stuff here. this carbonated water. And where's my nutritional label on this guy on the back end here? So you can see for 1 can, when it comes to sugars, there are 0 grams of sugar. So that's how I get away with drinking things, especially at parties when I go to throw a lime in there. People think I'm drinking a gin and tonic. I am drinking lime water, and yeah, it's a great way to have a social drink without actually getting all the alcohol and all that hidden sugar. Okay, this is a big one that I see people buying for their kids all the time, and it drives me nuts. Gatorade is a great product. It was made for athletes who are working out for 2 or 3 hours at a time to replenish the amount of sugar you need to perform as an athlete. And the interesting thing here is this G2, which is half the sugar, still has, for a full bottle, it still has, where's my sugars? This one's kind of warped, so it is 12 grams of sugar. So 24 grams of sugar would be the normal amount. Yeah, so if you're going through the grocery store as a guy and you don't know what to buy for yourself and you're kind of confused, well, I can make more videos for you that talk about, meal prep, the kind of foods you might want to eat that are nutritionally dense, that aren't going to add to your waistline. How do you eat 2,000 calories a day? What does that look like, and how can I do it in 30 grams of sugar or less? That's the key. So hopefully this was helpful. If you liked what you saw today, you want to see more of this sort of channel, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit me up in the comments, and I'll try to do some more tours of things you actually want to see. Bye for now.